Good day, class. How are you today? Hope you are staying safe. I welcome you especially to today's geography class. Don't forget, in the last class, we have looked at settlement patterns. I told you settlement can be divided majorly into three major patterns. When you have buildings along a particular route like road, or you have a river, we call that linear pattern. And when we have buildings congested or clustered in a particular point, we call that clustered settlement or dense settlement. And lastly, we looked at the dispersed settlement when we have buildings, isolated buildings, or buildings scattered all over. We call that dispersed or scattered settlement. That's what we looked at last class. For today, we are going to look at settlement interdependence. Settlement interdependent, that is, the various ways through which one settlement depends on the other, and so on. So, now let's look at the objective. By the end of this class, you should be able to identify the various ways rural settlements depend on urban settlements. And number two, you should be able to examine the various ways urban settlements depend on rural settlement. And lastly, using appropriate reasons, you should be able to tell us which among the two or between the two is the most important settlement. Now, let's look at example of this settlement. Which type of settlement do you think is this? Is this urban or rural? Don't forget the description. A rural settlement is an undeveloped settlement, while an urban settlement is a developed settlement. Which type is this? Without wasting time, this is a rural settlement. You can see buildings are scattered everywhere. In fact, they are low-rise building. There are just few buildings even found there. This is a rural settlement. Let's look at the next one. Let's look at this one. Look at high-rise building. Here's a typical example of an urban settlement. You can see, look at the buildings are congested, clustered at a particular point. This is an example of urban settlement. Let's look at what this objective there. Ways rural areas depend on urban areas. We are talking of the activities carried out by the urban centers that the rural areas depend on. Let's look at the first one there. Processed goods like milk. You cannot find milk in the village, but it is processed in the town. Therefore, the rural area will depend on the urban area for processed milk and many other materials that are processed in the industry. You can only get them from the town. So the rural area depends on them for that. Number two, we look at employment in offices. You cannot be employed as a director into an office in a village, but you can find that in the town, in the city, that is the urban area. So the rural area depends on the urban area for employment in an office. Then also we look at social amenities like electricity. Though we have some rural areas that are gradually coming up to have some of the social amenities like electricity. But majorly, social amenities like electricity, they are common in urban areas. Let's look at this one, medical services. That is, we are talking of teaching hospitals. You cannot find that. You can't find that in a rural area. You can only find the teaching hospital where we have advanced medical services. You can only find that in an urban area. So the rural area depends on them. That's why if you are sick in a village, they will rush you down to UCH, either in Ibadan or whatever area that is found. And that is always an urban area. Look at number 5, education. Higher education in particular. You can't find a university in a village. So the rural area depends on the urban area for higher institutions of learning. That is universities and colleges of education. Then we talk of market to sell their farm products. The yam they are producing in the village cannot be, they don't consume all of them there. So they are consumed in urban areas. And you see financial institutions, banks are found in urban areas. The rural area depend on them. Then look finally, ways which urban areas depend on rural area. They depend on one another. It's a symbiotic relationship. So let's look at the areas which urban area depend on the village. Number 1, food. Yes. The plantain and the yam. The urban is not, plantain and yam are not produced in the urban area, they are produced in the village. So the urban area will look onto them for this. So that is one of the areas the urban area depends on them. Number 2, unskilled labor. Those people carrying out construction work that are carrying the cement in the town, they are villagers. So they depend on them for skilled labor. They also depend on the rural area for herbs. These are the roots and leaves that are used to prepare medicine, the local medicine. That is gotten from the village and not in the town. You can see that the urban area too is depending on them. What about market for their industrial products like cutlasses? Cutlasses produced in the urban area are used in the villages for their farm work. If not for the villages, their effort will be in vain, like fertilizer, for example. So you can see that the urban area is depending also on the rural areas. Then look at, lastly, rural areas are better retirement areas, retirement homes. If I haven't done this, I will advise you to go open the attached document for more information on this topic. Also, don't forget to turn in your tax before the end of today. God bless you. Thanks.